Good day everyone, and welcome to our presentation on mastering the art of nonverbal communication. Today, we'll explore how body language, facial expressions, gestures, and cultural nuances play a crucial role in effective interaction. I'm excited to guide you through understanding and applying these powerful tools to enhance your communication skills in both personal and professional settings. Let's dive in. Nonverbal communication is all about sending messages without using words. This includes things like gestures, facial expressions, posture, and eye contact, basically, the physical behaviors that help us express ourselves. It's incredibly important in our daily lives because often, these nonverbal cues reveal more about how we feel or what we intend than the words we actually say. By paying attention to these signals, we can improve our relationships, creating clearer understanding and stronger emotional connections. In essence, nonverbal communication gives us a deeper insight into someone's true emotions and intentions beyond spoken language. When we talk about nonverbal communication, it includes several key types that help us convey messages without words. First, facial expressions are powerful. They can show a range of emotions, from happiness to anger, often more honestly than spoken words. Then we have gestures, which are hand movements that often indicate agreement or disagreement, adding emphasis to what we're saying. Posture is another important aspect. The way we position our bodies can signal whether we're open and approachable or more defensive and closed off. Eye contact plays a crucial role as well. It can demonstrate our attention and engagement or, if avoided, suggest discomfort or disinterest. Proxemics refers to how we use personal space. Standing too close or too far can communicate varying levels of comfort or formality. Lastly, paralanguage involves the vocal qualities like tone, pitch, and volume, which greatly influence how our message is received and interpreted. Together, these elements create a rich layer of communication beyond just words. Body language plays a crucial role in how we communicate without using words. It allows us to express our thoughts and emotions in subtle yet powerful ways. For example, certain movements carry specific meanings. When someone crosses their arms, it might signal defensiveness or discomfort. On the other hand, open postures like uncrossed arms and a relaxed stance typically show that a person is approachable and confident. Being able to recognize these nonverbal cues is essential because it helps us understand the true feelings and intentions behind what people say, giving us deeper insight into their emotional state. Facial expressions are one of the most powerful ways we communicate emotions without saying a word. They convey 6 core feelings that are recognized across cultures: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, and disgust. These expressions help us quickly understand how someone is feeling in any given moment. On a deeper level, we have microexpressions. These are very brief, involuntary facial movements that flash across the face and reveal genuine emotion someone might be trying to hide or isn't fully aware of themselves. Because microexpressions happen so quickly, they offer a valuable window into a person's true emotional state. Learning to detect these subtle signs can greatly enhance empathy and improve how we connect and understand each other in everyday interactions. Eye contact plays a crucial role in communication because it helps build trust. When we make eye contact, it shows that we are paying attention and that we are sincere, which creates a strong connection between people. However, it's important to remember that cultural differences can impact how eye contact is perceived. In some cultures, maintaining prolonged eye contact is seen as respectful and engaging, while in others, it might come across as confrontational or even rude. Being aware of these differences is key to communicating effectively and respectfully across diverse groups. Understanding when and how to use eye contact appropriately can really enhance our interactions. Gestures are intentional movements that convey specific meanings. For example, a thumbs up is often used to show approval, while a nod typically signals agreement. However, it's important to recognize that gestures don't have universal meanings. What is positive in one culture might be offensive in another, so understanding these differences is crucial. By being aware of these nuances, we can avoid misunderstandings and communicate more respectfully across diverse groups. To illustrate, the thumbs up and nod are common gestures, but their interpretations can vary depending on cultural context. Posture says a lot about how we're feeling and what we think, without us even saying a word. When we stand upright and relaxed, it usually shows we're confident and open to others. On the other hand, if we're slouched or too stiff, it can give off vibes of insecurity or maybe even resistance to what's going on around us. The way we position our bodies, whether we're facing someone or turning away, also sends a clear message about our level of interest or engagement. When we really get a hold of our posture, it boosts our presence and can change the way people see and respond to us. Proxemics is all about how we use personal space in communication. It helps us understand the invisible boundaries we maintain with others. There are 4 main zones we typically navigate: intimate, personal, social, and public space. Each zone reflects different levels of comfort and formality, from very close and private to more distant and formal interactions. Maintaining the right distance is crucial because it affects how safe and connected people feel during communication. Being sensitive to these proxemic cues allows us to interact more smoothly and respectfully, making our conversations more effective and comfortable for everyone involved. Paralanguage is all about the vocal elements that go along with the words we say, and these elements help shape the meaning behind our message. For example, the tone we use can really change how our words are received. A warm, friendly tone tends to build connection and trust, while a harsh tone might create tension or discomfort. Pitch is another important factor. By raising or lowering our pitch, we can signal a question, emphasize a point, or express different emotions. Volume also plays a key role. Speaking louder can communicate confidence or urgency, while softer volume might suggest hesitation or calmness. When we master these aspects of paralanguage, we enhance not just clarity but also the emotional impact of our communication, making our message much more effective and engaging. Nonverbal communication can look very different depending on the culture you're interacting with. For example, in many Western cultures, making direct eye contact is seen as a sign of confidence and honesty. However, in other cultures, avoiding direct eye contact is actually a way to show respect. It's not just about eye contact either. Gestures that might be friendly or harmless in one place can be offensive in another. Personal space is another big one. What feels comfortable to one person might feel intrusive to someone from a different background. Because of all these variations, developing an awareness of these cultural differences is really important. It helps us communicate more effectively and avoid misunderstandings when working or interacting across cultures. When it comes to using nonverbal communication effectively, the first key point is to accurately interpret the cues of others while being mindful of your own. This means paying close attention to the signals people send through their body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. One useful strategy is to observe body language carefully for emotional clues, which can give you deeper insight into how someone is feeling beyond their words. Another important aspect is ensuring that your nonverbal signals align with your verbal messages. Consistency between what you say and how you say it builds trust and clarity. Finally, it's crucial to adjust your nonverbal behaviors depending on the context. Different situations and cultures may require different approaches, so being adaptable enhances your communication effectiveness. When it comes to nonverbal communication, one common challenge is errors in reading these cues, which can easily lead to misunderstandings. People often misinterpret gestures, facial expressions, or body language, causing confusion in the conversation. A big reason for this is that we tend to overgeneralize the meaning of a single gesture without considering other factors. For example, a smile might mean friendliness in one culture but could have a different implication in another. Cultural differences and missing context also play significant roles in how nonverbal signals are understood. To prevent these misunderstandings, it's important to stay aware of these potential pitfalls. When you're unsure about what a nonverbal cue means, don't hesitate to ask for clarification. This not only avoids confusion but also helps build clearer and more effective communication. To master nonverbal skills, there are a few effective techniques we can use. First, role-playing exercises are incredibly helpful. They allow us to simulate real interactions in a safe environment, giving us the chance to practice and refine our body language. Next, focused observation is key. By paying close attention to how others use their body language and how people react to it, we can learn what works and what doesn't. Finally, soliciting feedback on our own nonverbal behavior is essential. Getting honest input from others helps us become aware of habits we might not notice and make meaningful improvements. Together, these steps create a solid foundation for mastering nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication plays a crucial role in how we connect with others. It's all around us and incredibly powerful. Understanding and mastering its various forms, like facial expressions, gestures, posture, eye contact, personal space, and tone of voice, can make a significant difference. These skills help us understand each other better, build trust, and even avoid misunderstandings and conflicts. But it's not just about knowing. Committing to continually learning and practicing these nonverbal cues is essential if we want to succeed, both personally and professionally.